Hey guys, it's Mike Barnes, the Financial First Responder. Hey, today's topic is financial gluttony for first responders in 7 steps. How overspending and money habits destroy your wealth. Let's get started. Financial gluttony. There's 7 steps that I want to address today. I want to talk to you about living beyond your means, over-reliance of overtime and extra shifts, buying expensive toys to feel successful, the I deserve mentality, ignoring emergency and retirement savings, relying on too much credit cards as far as debt and loans, and then not investing or planning for your financial future. Now you'll notice I'm using the example of going to the doctor. And a lot of you look like this little kid who is looking at the doctor kind of perplexed. So I want you to think about what financial gluttony is. It refers to an excessive or reckless spending habits that prevent you, the first responder, from financial security. The first responder. Who are these people? These people are people like you and me, military, veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, dispatchers, nurses, doctors, and EMTs. Often work high-stress jobs. We know it can be stressful. And fall into the financial traps that I'm about to talk about that keep them from living their dream because they live paycheck to paycheck. And here's how it happens in 7 steps and how to avoid it. So when we talk about living beyond your means, the number one problem is you justify the high spending because of your tough job. I've been guilty of this. I wanted to have a motorcycle. I went and got a license. Then I bought one of the most expensive motorcycles out there, a Ducati, or as we say in the Ducati world, a dookie. The reality check was spending more than I earned leads to debt. I had debt. I had to pay it off. So what did that cause me to do? Work more overtime. Solution: create a zero-based budget to ensure every dollar has a job. In other words, people, your job needs to be employed. Make your money make money for you. You see, these doctors are in the operating room and they're operating on the patient. As the financial advisor or financial first responder, I operate on my clients all the time. I look at their needs to help them get where they want to be. See, the problem is that you are thinking that you can work your way out of the financial trouble. The reality check is that overtime isn't guaranteed, and you can get burned out, and that leads to poor decision making. Now, I just got finished doing the inauguration with my agency, and I can tell you we work some long hours. And for you people who don't understand what it's like to work 12-hour shifts, try 12 to 16 hours for 15 to 20 days in a month. That's working. The solution is build multiple income streams, investing in yourself first, because your knowledge is key. Side hustles, taking something that you love and making it into a side hustle, and building passive income. Now, I can teach you about that later, but I just want to put a thought in your brain. Remember I talked about buying that Ducati, right? Buying expensive toys to feel successful. Well, when I bought that Ducati, I felt important, right? The problem is when you buy flashy cars and motorcycles and boats and gadgets and it drains your pockets, right? It drains the income. The reality is, and the reality check is that most of these vehicles depreciate while your payments for insurance are high and the payments on the vehicles are high. Because why? People tend not to put enough money down. They do enough to drive off the lot. Solution: Prioritize your wealth building assets over liabilities. See, an asset is something that generates cash flow. A liability is something that takes your cash flow. Did you know that most people, and I'm even guilty of this, and I've told my wife this plenty of times, I deserve it. It's called the I deserve it mentality. It basically says that because you work hard every day, you put that bulletproof vest on, or you go out and don that gear, or you wear that uniform, or you wear them scrubs, or you take the calls that you take, you deserve it. The problem with that is rewarding yourself constantly with luxury items and vacations when you don't have the means to afford that type of lifestyle. That's a problem. The reality check is the small luxuries add up and prevent financial growth. The solution is for you to implement a controlled spending plan to treat yourself without financial harm. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying you need to figure out a way to afford to do it where you're not making all the money, but your money is making money and you can benefit from the money making you money. Now, what we're also talking about is we're ignoring our emergency and our retirement savings. I've talked to people before, even in my department and former departments, where they didn't have an emergency fund, right? And the problem with no emergency fund is there's always an emergency. Like this fire truck. When we see a fire truck, in most cases, when it's got lights and sirens going, it's going to a call to either help with a rescue or to put a fire out, right? So I am working towards helping you put your fire out. No emergency fund and underfunded retirement accounts, that's a fire, people. Reality check, emergency funds and retirement will come whether you plan for them or not. If you keep living, you will have one of those things take place. The solution: you need to save 3 to 6 months of expenses and maximize your 401k and IRA contributions. Now, if you want more information about that, DM me and I'll give you more information. But what I'm working towards is helping you get educated so you know the right things to do. Most of you rely on that plastic, that credit, them loans. Maybe you go to your local credit union, maybe you go to your favorite bank, or maybe you do other means of credit. But the problem is financing everything like those cars, those vacations, future furniture, and even daily expenses in the future. That interest is owed if you don't pay it off. The reality check is debt enslaves people like you and me to our jobs and reducing financial freedom. We all have that one person that they probably should have been retired or should have left the job because their health is bad, or they're really not into the job anymore, and the reason being is because they have a lot of debt that they have to pay off and they can't afford to leave. They wouldn't be able to make it just off of their retirement. Solution: pay off the high interest debt as soon as possible, people, using the debt snowball or the avalanche method. And if you don't know those methods, I will teach you those methods. You just gotta ask. Not investing or planning for the future. The problem is we have people that talk to us all the time about the numbers are the numbers. My grandfather used to say, liars don't figure they'll get caught, and figures don't lie. The problem: living paycheck to paycheck without long-term investments is bad. Reality check: inflation eats at or away your cash savings. And understand this: if you don't have enough cash flow, you're going to continue to work. Solution: invest in real estate, index funds, tax advantage accounts for a good financial security. Now, for some of you, you're probably saying, well, look, Mr. Financial First Responder, I don't know any of this stuff you're talking about. I understand, but the Financial First Responder wants to help you. So here are some final thoughts. Some of you do these detox diets when you are getting ready to go on vacation. You do this crash diet. I'm not telling you to do crash diets. What I'm saying is that you need a system, which means save yourself time, energy, and money. Something that tracks your spending, automates your saving and investments, sets your financial goals, helps you live below your means, helps you build passive income. The key of the matter is this: the financial first responder wants to give you this information, help you, but you got to be willing to help yourself. You have to break the cycle of financial gluttony. You have to change the way you think and take control of your money today. Look, this is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. I have webinars that I do once a week. Feel free to join me. I'm going to leave you with my information. Please like and subscribe my channel. And I hope this information is good for you today, that it may help you in some way. And you have my phone number you can reach me at, my email, as well as my website. Look forward to talking to you. This is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. God bless.